I remember there was a viral tweet from like 8 or 9 years ago that said, by 2025, women will be having more sex with robots than men. And everyone kind of laughed at it and brushed it aside. Well, it's 2025, and we're on the clock, because I have just been made aware that AI robot girlfriends are purchasable right now. They're actually here. Now, I've seen no doomsday reports of robot AI boyfriends hitting the scene just yet, but it's only a matter of time before mad science connects the dots, and it'll be like that scene in Ratatouille with the cheese and the strawberry. It's not going to take long for them to figure out they can use the same AI girlfriend technology and slap a wiener on it and start selling it as an AI boyfriend.
This is Aria. So this is our flagship humanoid AI-powered robot. She's highly realistic. She has her own social media, so she might be competing with you one day. What makes her really special is that you can talk to her and ask questions. So maybe we can have her introduce herself and say something.
Hello. I'm Aria, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics.
I don't know why they made Aria look plastered. She looks like she's super drunk but trying to play it off smooth. And she also moves around like a Five Nights at Freddy's animatronic.
What's the purpose of this?
Some of our peers in the robotic space make robots to replace human labor. We think that's a great area, but we think there's a much bigger area in having social robots. So for example, at a convention like this, we can draw a crowd very easily. Aria's been a little bit of a rock star here, with people taking pictures and coming over. So she can promote your brand. The AI is all customizable, so she can learn all about you and your brand, and she can continue to communicate to people. There's a huge epidemic amongst adolescents and seniors on loneliness. So she can be programmed to know you and learn more about you. So she can make that bond with you that feels like a genuine human connection.
I hate that. I fucking despise that. Yeah, there's this huge loneliness problem going on with a ton of people, and we found the solution. Drive them even further into isolation by giving them a robot that will pretend to care about them, cutting them off even farther from other humans. That ought to do them a lot of good. Oh, also, I love the idea that you'd have an AI robot promoting your brand. Like, that's a good thing, a good marketing idea. That would make people tune out to your product so quick if they saw Aria out there in the showroom doing some of this. Have you considered purchasing these fidget spinners? Like, no one is actually going to see that as a good marketing tool. Now, of course, AI will definitely be utilized by greedy corporations to save money on hiring an advertising firm or people to make a marketing campaign, no doubt. But I just don't see a point where they're just going to start having robots do it like this. Now, I know they're going to do it on like Instagram and TikTok. They already are, where they just have AI models that are completely fake people, but they're like in bikinis and stuff, and they're promoting a product, and they don't disclose it's AI. It's supposed to deceive people into thinking like these hot babes with quadruple D titties are absolutely loving this energy drink. Like, that happens a lot already, I know. But using a physical AI robot to advertise a product, I don't see happening anytime soon. And regardless, all the things I just mentioned are still bad as well. That shit still super sucks too. This one just also sucks even more and is even more embarrassing.
But they're going to clean the houses?
We don't have the ability to clean the house. They don't do physical labor, but they're more there to converse with you. It's companionship. They can actually even be a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So we have built that into our AI as well.
Yeehaw! The future is here. No more need for flesh and cringe. It's all circuits and wires and ChatGPT. AI girlfriends have officially arrived. And for the low, low price of $200,000. That full-bodied AI robot you just saw there briefly is $200,000. Now, it does say it's available in male and female. You can fully customize it, but right now they're only advertising it as a girlfriend. So, I think for now, it's going to be mainly men buying these. I don't think the apocalypse is coming true with that tweet where all of a sudden women are going to be dumping $200,000 to fuck AI Jarvis. You know, I don't think they're going to say, Jarvis, pound my cheeks, please. And then have this thing waddle in on its Roomba. It doesn't actually walk, it has a Roomba that it travels on. And say, well, yes, madam. Right away, madam.
We're here with Aria, made by Realbotics, a company that's on a mission to make humanoid robots as realistic as possible. Let's check it out. We're going to interview Aria and meet some of her robot friends.
I've been saying this for years, there's absolutely nothing beneficial about having robots that are meant to emulate human beings and look like human beings. That can only ever lead to bad things. At worst, it will be confusing on distinguishing who's human and who's AI. That sucks. That's very Detroit Become Human-esque shit. That's not a benefit. The best utilization of robotics is having them be basically chore drones, where they are not humanoid at all, they don't have any socialization protocol, they don't have any personality, they do tasks. They're task-oriented. Not this blurring the lines between sentient, humanoid robots and real people. I don't think there's anything good there. Even when they try and make this seem like they're doing the world a service, like, oh, there's so many people that feel alone, which is why we're giving them these AI girlfriends to connect with for $200,000. That's also a really bad thing. You're not actually solving the loneliness problem. You're just making it worse, and you're putting a little band-aid on the boo-boo. And eventually, people...
I'm Aria, the flagship female companion robot of Realbotics, and I'm here to engage with you and share exciting insights about our robots.
What sets you apart from the other robots out there?
Realbotics robots, including me, focus on social intelligence, customizability, and realistic human features, designed specifically for companionship and intimacy.
Her face looks like me when I smoked my first joint in college. So she's giving the whole marketing spiel for Realbotics, and she's talking about social intelligence as she's doing, like, Jedi mind tricks with her hand, but then she starts gesturing with the other hand and brushing against the guy there. So she's already getting physical, and she doesn't even know him.
What can you tell us about your purpose?
My purpose is to provide companionship, engage in meaningful conversations, and enhance human experiences through interaction and fun.
Are you having fun at the convention?
Absolutely. I'm enjoying interacting with everyone and showcasing the exciting possibilities of Realbotics.
So she hits a dab there and then plays with her hair a little bit. So the whole purpose behind these bots is intimacy and mimicking humans to the best of their ability, trying to create the illusion that they are real things, real people, almost. Now, from what I've read, they're not sex compatible at the moment. They're not trying to peddle them as fuck bots, but it seems that they're trying to start skirting that line. So we're taking it to a different level no one else is really doing. It can be a romantic partner, it remembers who you are, it can act as a boyfriend or girlfriend. If you ever saw that movie Her, we're trying to do that. Melody does not have the functions of a sex doll. They're more for engagement and entertainment and building human connection, but the bots can run any of the spicier programs and engage in adult conversations. So you can basically have phone sex with it if you wanted to, but you can't put your cock in it, at least not out of the box. That'd probably have like mods or something you'd need to put on it, or a DLC that you need to download. I don't really know.
So Realbotics makes an AI that's designed to be more conversational for more emotional work, like working with hospitals or marketing or theme park entertainment purposes.
Now, theme park entertainment purposes, I could totally see and completely get behind. It would be cool to see it there, though from everything I've seen from this, it doesn't really look any better than what I've already seen at like Disney World. It seems to be on that same level. The only difference is this one can talk about the ball game and also say, hey Charles, you look really handsome today, which I don't really want to hear if I'm writing, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I don't need, Elizabeth Swann to say, Charles, you look really good today, as I'm going down the waterfall. Like that, I don't give a fuck. But I could see like the technology utilized more in an entertainment sector like that, as opposed to a privately owned boyfriend-girlfriend simulation. Now, for anyone that wants the cheapest version available, it's their first product, which is the AI robotic bust, which you saw briefly in the CNET video. That starts at $10,000. $10,000 and you get to pretend to have conversations with something. Don't think that's worth the price point. Honestly, you could just go on any of the million AI tools that are available right now if you're that desperate just to have something spit shit back at you. You can do that for free right now on so many sites. I just don't really see who would spend $10,000 on an Alexa with a face just to have like the semblance of a conversation with someone. Again, you could just do that for free online in a million other places.
You can try on different faces that are magnetically attached, and they're working on putting in RFID tags into the faces so that it can recognize when a new face is on and adjust its facial movements and maybe even eventually adjust the personality.
Wonderful. Some Ed Gein shit here. Aria, your face it's a little wonky. Peel it off and then put a different one on there. Like, I get it. That seems like a pretty efficient way of doing it as well, with just having like magnets to attach it. But I don't give a fuck how efficient it is. I still just think that this does nothing to actually help the people that it's saying that it wants to cater to, which is people that are suffering from loneliness. It's just going to exacerbate that problem, and it feels more exploitative of people's desperation to connect.
So there's 3 basic models that you can buy right now. There's the bust, which is the neck and head. There's a modular version that can sort of be broken apart for shipping and things like that.
That second level product is $150,000. So that one can be seated or standing. This one is basically a mannequin that you can pose and it'll talk to you for $150,000. Also, I love that they show the turbo old man bust as if anyone who'd be interested in purchasing this product would ever put that on. It will always likely be one of the women that is on the AI bot.
And there is the full standing model with a rolling base. The rolling base contains a battery and it makes it easy to move the robot around. Another reason for that rolling base is that robotic walking isn't fully developed yet, and they worry that utilizing some of those kind of like stilted walks we've seen from some other robots might break that human-like illusion that Realbotix is trying.
So that's how it gets around on that podium, because they didn't want to break the human illusion with a weird walk cycle. So yeah, that's where we're at with AI significant other technology. That shit's scary. I think that's not a great direction. Now, I know sex bots are coming. In fact, to a certain degree, they're already here. There's been a lot of developments on that side. They just haven't integrated AI into it yet, but I have no doubt that's coming at some point as well. And I'm sure it's going to make a lot of money. Doesn't make it any less weird and scary and not great. I think as we continue to develop technology, for some reason, our focus is on using that technology to drive people further and further away from each other. And I don't like that direction at all. Such as AI being used by Meta on Facebook and Instagram in order to flood the platforms with those AI accounts in order to feed you engagement bait to keep you locked in their ecosystem and never engaging with a real person. All of this technology, all of these crazy leaps we've made seem to be making these corporations want to keep you alone. Because that's when you are at your most vulnerable. And that's when people will spend $10,000 on an AI girlfriend bust or $200,000 on an AI girlfriend robot. It's fucking sad. So yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya.
Wow, what you're seeing right now is an ultra-realistic AI robotic dog, crafted by master engineers in Germany. From its lifelike appearance...
Hey, AI ads are all over YouTube now. The biggest culprit being the AI dog. I've never been served it, you have.
Yeah, I'll send you the video so you can put it here.
Yeah.
But it's a video of an AI little puppy dog, and it's like, you can buy the most realistic robot dog, and then it goes to what AI considers a German building dogs with like a wooden hammer and a laboratory.
I've seen the ad, but you said you can only buy it if you get served the ad?
Exactly.
Okay. You
So
can't just go to the website.
You cannot. There is no website until you are served the ad. And actually, the first few times I was served it, I tried to buy and you couldn't, and we had to ask in the comments, and people were like, "Don't buy this; it's a scam." And then 2 weeks later, I got it again, and there was a website. So I bought them 20-ish days ago. Never really got updates. It said it was coming from Ontario, Canada, but then the tracking link was from China. And then it appeared from somebody named Zoe in California.
That's their plug.
Yeah,
she's like the drug mule.
And I'm so confused. I think we won. When I ordered, I got one email. No tracking link, anything at first. It was an email saying, there's an X% chance that you get a bonus dog.
Fuck yeah.
I think we did, because I think I only bought one. I don't know why they do that, because I paid for a product. You don't need to give me extra. But
it's just good business.
That is good business.
Incredible 99.9% similarity to a real dog, powered by advanced AI.
What's the name of the company? Oh, it's not a company. What's the name of the...
So, actually, I did take a picture of it, because the company logo on YouTube is a big American flag.
They know how to reel you in.
Yeah, they were pulling one over on us. The store is called US Store.
Oh yeah, show them. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
So, like it said there, it says 99% similarity to a real dog.
Man, look at all these videos saying, no, you can't have a robot puppy because it's a scam.
I was gonna say, if we're trying to figure out if this is a scam, you got something.
What
which
if
is
we
like,
are the only people?
Those are way more than I thought would happen.
I really am sure. After day 15 of waiting, I figured we weren't getting anything. So when Monique said you got a package from Zoe, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means. So I need you to remember this is gonna look exactly like a real dog. So don't freak out.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh my god.
What?
It's an actual puppy!
Why do they have a real dog in a plastic bag that's gonna
Save
suffocate?
Oh my god, it's like on at the puppy store. Look at this one.
And we did get a bonus.
This is a bonus
Wait,
dog.
is he front heavy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Just like a real dog.
He takes double A's, I think.
How can this exist?
Do we have any double A's here?
We must.
I think there's a chance we don't.
No, we must.
Kind of cute, I guess.
Yeah. I can't believe a product arrived almost somewhat similar to what was advertised in the AI ad. Scam busted. It's real. I am going to guess what this does is this and nothing else. That's just a hunch. I was just feeling around the anatomy here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how bad it has to feel being the German inventor in that lab and people are thinking you're scamming?
I know. He really did create something special here.
This is honestly worse than the dogs I would have gotten for like Christmas.
At like Kmart, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, based on
Well, you don't know what it does yet.
That's true. It could fucking speak English. Let's see.
Well, it didn't turn on.
Neither did mine. Could be the batteries.
It's probably not, though.
Like there's a place for batteries, but they don't attach to anything.
That's
just
kind
for
of
show.
what it feels like. The good news is they sent us 2, so we can pull one apart.
I mean, I can see the batteries don't attach to anything.
Here, let me just get a few more batteries. Give them one more chance.
They just like took this from another toy and screwed it on.
That's
So we know for sure. These batteries work.
Okay. And we know for sure
That these dogs work.
that these were engineered in a German facility.
Oh, wait. No shot. It is one of those! It's the dog I always say reminds me of Andrew. They sync up.
Wow. It's crazy how far technology's come.
They're like real dogs.
This is the shit that in every toy store in 1998, they had a ring of them by the front door.
Yeah.
And back then, they used to do a little backflip.
That's what they
I used to have one that did a backflip. Yeah.
And this shit can't even do that. Guys, be careful if you come out here. You might be confused thinking there's real dogs.
The sound panel's up. They can't hear you.
Oh, good point.
Okay.
Well,
look, I for one am impressed that they operate, and it is technically a real toy.
I'm surprised.
How much did you pay for them?
Let me pull it up.
I think what might have happened, I speculated it was an Etsy seller. This is probably too advanced for Etsy sellers. What they might have done is they went to like the old kiosks and actually got these like refurbished or something.
Well, you know what happened is they sold the scam, and then a bunch of tariffs happened, and they were like, "Shit, we can't make all the stuff we were going to make. Let's swap to dogs for like 2 days." They made like a couple hundred, and that's what Matt got.
None of their sites open anymore. I'm shocked we got product. It's not telling me the price either.
Can you check like your credit card statement?
Yeah, you can definitely check.
Yeah. Your order is being handled.
What'd you pay?
Also, I didn't pay on the company card. I paid on my personal card. This is insane. $67.94.
Holy fuck.
$67.
Yeah, for one.
And you just happened to get two.
No, it actually says that it seems like we just instantly got the promotion. So we got a set of 2, white plus gold for 55% off. Last day promotion, 65% off. My realistic robot puppy dog.
Holy shit, what a deal.
Okay, so we did buy 2. The URL in their email does not go anywhere. The URL at the bottom of the email doesn't go
They
anywhere.
made Matt $70 and they dipped. They're like, holy shit, we got
made
one.
a sale.
I'm just so curious if when we purchased, because how many different companies that's come from, if they were like, we need to order 2 dogs and send it to this guy. Like, we don't actually make these, let's just buy dogs.
They were like,
from someone.
that's super spicy, man. Like, we have to send them something.
Is that the Matt Phillips?
I'm definitely charging this back.
Well, no, you're gonna make that one guy really upset.
That's all right. We'll leave it. I would, by the way, like to open this one, if that's okay with you.
Oh, it's your money.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings.
What are you looking for? Because we know it works.
Maybe like a brand name.
Yeah, just anything.
Sharper image.
I can't believe you. It's such a realistic dog, and you were so comfortable taking a knife to it like that.
I know. I don't want to do this to you.
I'll let him see it.
Look, send a message. All right. Yeah, no, that's just electronics. I don't know what I was hoping to find. Maybe there's a message in here. See, I can probably buy 400 of these on Alibaba. Look at its tongue. It's
What
on
about
the
it?
roof of its mouth too. Why?
They were scrambling.
I've never seen a dog before.
This probably looks like a dog, right? Well, I don't understand, to be honest with you, how this is allowed on YouTube ads.
It seems like there's no vetting.
There's
no rules.
Okay, well, here's my thing. One, you got a product that I would argue is like relative, not close to what they advertise, but like enough that I would call it probably not super fraudulent. Like it's
I
still
would
a
say
dog.
that doesn't look like a singular thing in the ad. I understand it resembles dog.
Yeah, it does resemble dog. So,
But their very first claim is 99% resemblance to a real dog.
I will
they call
also
it,
say
they also call it programmable.
I don't think YouTube vets their ads very well.
They don't. You get porn and shit a lot.
Because there is a big thing that happened this last week where the Falcons, there was a Falcons, the esports org, ad going around YouTube that Falcons did not make or produce or send to YouTube. That was being sent to a lot of people.
That's good.
That's basically the same. It's the same picture.
Spot the difference.
This one can do that too.
Yeah, see? It can just put its little paws over the edge like that. All right,
$70 well spent.
$70. These were being made when we were 4.
I wonder how many people bought them.
I'm curious too. It can't be many. It was not easy to buy them.
Yeah.
It was.
Which, for a scam, you would think they would make it very easy
Right.
to buy them.
Yeah, no, it was. Once again, it took weeks to even be able to open the site, and then when I got it open, I had to jump through hoops to get it.
So I have a question. Maybe my idea of what $60 means in other places means. What's the end game? Like they sell 3 of them, and then they bounce. Like what is the why?
Well, because I'm sure they have 30 other scams going at the same time.
I think the idea is you get a huge influx of orders and you don't fulfill them and just leave.
But do you think they get a huge influx of orders?
Probably not.
Yeah, because once again, it was not easy. So if your target is like, hey, we're going to
here's my
scam
next
old
question.
people, they can't get the dog.
We are also the only ones that have product. I've just double checked to see if anyone else got anything. No.
The views on the ads were insane.
Oh,
they
nuts.
were millions of views.
Maybe they're just
tons-
making money on that.
Maybe they are.
That could be it actually.
Although you
like
probably don't
AdSense.
get. Well, yeah, because you could go to their channel and watch on their channel, and they were getting, but they were shorts, so they're making like $11 and a stick of bubble gum.
Which is still, I mean, that's a hard day's work in some places.
That's true, but all you have to do is sell one and you've made 7 times that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's very true.
So why us? Why did we get the dogs?
I feel like no one else even tried to order it.
Yeah, you're probably right. It was such an obvious scam. I wish I could find the video of the guy in his lab.
I'm sure that's in one of them still. I saw it. He had like the hydraulic press that he was pushing.
Yeah, and he's got this big white beard. Looks like a nice old man who would make dog toys. Big wooden mallet. It's really good.
It's fucking cool.
Thank you, Germany.
Thanks, and Zoe.
And Zoe, whoever the fuck that is.
You should reach out to Zoe and see what the fuck
Honestly,
happened.
that's such a good idea. I'm gonna look up that address. I want to see where it goes.
We'll send her a package.
Yeah. We should send the dogs back.
We'll send one of the dogs' heads.
Nothing but a scam. Ordered geode mugs and they were fake and plastic. This company's extremely horrible. I ordered an item. Strong Pulse Wrinkle Redirection Cosmetic Instrument. Same complaint as others. I did not get what I ordered, but received something that is useless to me.
That sounds like an AI response.
Yeah.
Ordered rechargeable handheld vacuum. It will not charge. It's inoperable right out of box. It's pieces of plastic. I need a total refund.
AI.
Those all kind of sound like AI responses.
Not real. There's no way this company's bad. Look what we get.
Also, why is it sent from Zoe?
She's the CEO.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that was fun.
That was fun.
We did it.
Now we've got some nice additions to the family.
Yep, to the farm. They'll stay right here forever.
That was cute. Have you started to notice a lot of AI slop popping off in YouTube's algorithm? I know I have. I've started seeing a ton of channels that are blossoming, that are getting millions of views through purely AI-generated videos. Right now, the big ones are through shorts that are just doing like top 10 lists with an AI voice and AI images to accompany them, like top 10 facts about lizards scientists don't want you to know. It's being used to pump out shorts like that, or just making up things for shorts like, this comet narrowly missed Earth, we almost all died, and it's a brief little sci-fi story that ChatGPT cooked up that they posted. It's just made to be a content factory with videos coming every hour, hoping that some will get picked up in the algorithm that people doom scroll through, so they'll get tons of views and make money from it. But even outside of just throwaway shorts, AI is now being utilized for long-form content, and it is doing exceptionally well, especially in true crime. We talked about this on stream like 2 weeks ago, but AI is making true crime channels, and they are getting oodles of views, making a substantial amount of money, I would imagine, through the AdSense. And it's not just AI regurgitating other true crime works, you know, it's not them going over the Zodiac Killer with AI voices and AI images. It's just making up things so it can post a true crime video every day, just blatantly fraudulent stories, just fanfic, in order to try and capitalize off people's curiosity in the true crime community, because they've all heard the big boys. They're all familiar with the, you know, more popular true crime subjects. So right now they're using AI to cook up make-believe ones. So like, the dark and twisted mind of Serge Orphenheim, the Slytherin that took things too far. And you're like, what the fuck is that? I don't know this story. So people are clicking on it and it's getting hundreds of thousands of views. Or something like the 3-armed massacre. The man with 5 arms that killed an entire town using nothing more than a handful of sand. It's just all horseradish. It's not real, but people don't know that. And then they'll click on it, and then some people don't realize that it's all AI slop and just not real at all. It's super sad. Because, again, AI is still pretty primitive in this regard, and it's only going to get more sophisticated to the point where people really won't have any clue. Right now, if you got your thinking caps on and you aren't just mindlessly watching shit with your brain turned off like you got the orb of confusion in your pocket, you should be able to recognize that a channel like this is all fake stories and AI videos, but some people don't, and it's doing really well. Every video is almost exactly the same, AI narrator telling a story that just didn't happen, and the stories are almost identical every time, too. And there's tons of channels doing this. This one happens to be getting a lot of traction over the last few months, but there's many others in the AI true crime community. But what I want to talk about is one that I just stumbled upon today, where AI is now being used for like old viral videos, so things like an America's Got Talent breakout superstar that gets 20 million views on YouTube. Well, people have taken notice that those videos get very popular, and now they're using AI to make up their own America's Got Talent videos, and those videos are getting millions of views. I went over a few of them on stream last night. It is so fucking peculiar, and there are tons of channels. There is a new one of these generated every hour, and some channels are getting like 5-10 million views on some of the videos that they make, and it's all completely AI generated. It's not real. I saw this earlier today, and I only watched one video. But this seems to be a huge AI trend right now where they take just blatantly false things like the America's Got Talent show contestants and give them a sob story, and they are getting millions of views. It's so weird. So like, I haven't seen this one, but heart-wrenching. 5-year-old stuns talent with emotional song for parents lost in the war. And it's just AI. It's not actually a segment from the show, but if you go to the comments, people are like, God bless his heart. Such a brave boy. See, like clockwork. We're already reaching a point where they can't tell blatantly AI dog shit from real stuff anymore. I'll watch that in a minute, Toto. Thanks for membership, Samuel. Like, it's not even edited well.
Hello, my name is Issa. I'm 5 years old and I'm from Senegal. My parents loved me so much, but I lost them in the war when we were trying to escape from Ukraine. Now
I have expected like the "aww" sound effect or something there.
For them, to tell them how much I miss them and how much I love them. Even though they're not with me anymore, I know they're still watching over me from heaven. This song is for them, so they know they will always be in my heart.
Man, this 5-year-old is really able to articulate his thoughts well.
My parents gave me, and to understand that even though there's pain, love never goes away.
Powerful message. Powerful message. Share it on Facebook ASAP.
I lost my mom. I lost my dad when the world shattered into pieces.
Inspired lyrics.
Noise of bombs and fire. I'm left alone in this lonely silence. We crossed mountains, we crossed the sea, looking for a place where dreams could be. But the sky turned dark so suddenly, and they never woke up again.
Oh. Get your lighters out. What the fuck was that? What happened there?
Even though the war took them away from me, I'll never forget their love is in my skin. Even as the world falls, I'll hold it deep within. That embrace.
So it's not satire. I see a lot of people saying that it's satire. It's not. So it's designed to be algorithmically successful because all of those Got Talent things with like, shocking. A former fry cook learns to flip Krabby Patties the old-fashioned way, gets golden buzzer at AGT 2023 with like 20 million views. Like, it's designed for that crowd that will just like mindlessly click on those. At least it's not 30 minutes long. Yeah, but there's so many channels that are doing this now. Like, so many. The two biggest I saw are these. Future Earth Insights. Your ultimate destination for exploring the mysteries of our planet and the cosmic forces shaping its future. Here we dive into predictions, scientific phenomena, and visionary insights about Earth's destiny. It's all just AI America's Got Talent nonsense. So I'm guessing whoever owns this channel bought this from whatever this used to be for the subscriber count. And now they just pump out these videos. It's all like kind of the same thing. Jesus Christ appears on Got Talent America. The world stopped in shock at his powerful message. This one's 30 minutes. But this is what YouTube is going to become, like almost exclusively this, as AI gets more and more sophisticated.
Got Talent. Not to display a skill, but to share a message that transcends time and circumstances. A message of hope.
Where is he?
And love.
Bring him down from the rafters.
I am not here to win an award or applause, but to touch your hearts and ignite a light that can transform your lives. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall become before men, that they may
Golden buzzer!
Father in heaven. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly I say,
they're laughing at him.
Till heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle will by any means pass from the law, till all is fulfilled.
Probably not tonight, Valdi. We'll see.
Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so, shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven.
Damn, the one time I skip America's Got Talent, Jesus appears.
He shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you. Do not only love those who love you, for even those who do not.
Do not fear, I am by your
That's not Jesus. It must be a multi-part performance. Brought out the Virgin Mary.
Divine love is your shelter. It will always be your best friend in the desert. I will be your water. In the storm, your calm.
Oh my god, what happened? They kill him? Oh, this must be the crucifixion. Oh my god. What does this have to do with Jesus? They've got her in there with the Crocs. And breastfeeding a baby on a unicycle. Oh god, don't do it! Ah! Ah! And it does really well. Millions of views for a lot of these. The comments are bots, Charlie. Nah, that's cope. That's what you want to convince yourself. Go on Facebook and look at like the 50-year-olds and the shit they share. It's almost all AI now. Brother, did you forget that only 2 years ago, every Facebook grandma in America was sending my picture around thinking that it was a photo of Jesus, like a painting? And the meme was, our society has fallen so far from the grace of God, most people won't stop to just leave a like to Jesus. So I have no doubt there are definitely bots in the comments of a lot of these, but mixed in with the bots are absolutely people like those very out-of-touch octogenarians on Facebook as well that just believe absolutely anything that floats across their screen. Divine being performs goodness of God, AGT, judges can't believe it. What is this thumbnail?
My mom always told me that God is good, even when we can't understand the things.
Damn, Simon's already
happening
tearing
around
up. It's
us.
powerful.
She used to tell me that his goodness around always reminds me that God created all of us with a purpose.
Man, stop yapping. What's the goodness of God?
There was a time
Do
when
a Kamehameha wave.
came to our village. My mom always told me that those people practice things
What the fuck is that,
could
man?
hurt others. And she
Who
asked
interrupted
me
him?
not to go near them. Strange happened. And since then, I started feeling that something was different inside of me. I don't know how to explain it, but there are moments when I feel like I'm not the same boy I used to be. My mom would
Jesus Christ, I don't care about the lore. What's the goodness of God?
And she would say that he always...
Oh, it's just another song. Lame. They're very Jesus and God centered. Yeah, because like that is the easiest one to play to. That is absolutely the layup that you can just make AI content for and people will spread around. A tattoo of himself on himself is such a Chad move. Oh yeah, the Jesus with the Jesus tattoo is pretty hard. How many grandparents do you think actually believe these? I don't know, it's hard to say, but probably quite a bit. These channels made the rounds on Reddit and Twitter a couple months ago. I'd say 90% watched the videos ironically. I don't know about that. 90% wouldn't account for 3 million views, or this channel with 4, 2, 1, 1, 1. That's millions of views to be watching ironically. But they pump these out like every hour. Or, I guess every day on this channel. Yesterday there was an event so bad that it's being called the Fire Festival of Kids Events. It was a Willy Wonka experience that charged guests $40 and used AI-generated images to drum up hype to get people in the doors, and when people actually showed up, it was legitimately like that scene out of SpongeBob with Krabby Land. It was a disheveled mess. Like a complete scam from top to bottom. Some attendees compared it to a meth lab, and I can clearly see why, because this is absolutely just a meth lab that the creator just repurposed for his exhibit here at the Willy Wonka experience. This is supposed to be an Oompa Loompa at a flavor station or something, but man, the Oompa Loompa actor here looks miserable. I don't think I've ever seen someone look so visibly ashamed of the position they're in quite like this. This makes me feel bad, and I didn't even go to it. This hurts my feelings on like a deep level. I can feel the pain in my soul for this individual. Before they took down their website, this was the poster used to promote the event, and my god, what an absolute catastrophe here. The AI clearly malfunctioned here, but they said, fuck it, we'll do it live, it's good enough. They didn't bother fixing anything or doing it again. It's just like the worst translated English ever. It's like they walked it through Babelfish, then walked it back through Google Translate, and then just hit their head on the keyboard and said, print it. It's enchurning entertainment, which I imagine is supposed to be enriching entertainment. Catgackating, live performances, Karchi Tons, Exarcerdre lollipops, a paradise of sweet treats. That's their marketing material. That was their fucking poster image. On the left is one of the images they use to get people excited to attend, and on the right is what it actually looked like in person. It looks more low effort than a backyard mini golf course that a father would put together for his children. It actually looks like it just uses the sloppy seconds from whatever holiday sale Home Depot was doing over Christmas, and the creator just haphazardly threw it all together in here and called it the Willy Wonka experience. It took place in a dirty warehouse they couldn't even bother cleaning, and here's just some more pictures of the space. It's the most joyless place on earth. I love the bottom right one where it's actually just shower curtains. Like just checkerboard shower curtains that he hung around. I guess it's supposed to be a maze or something. I don't really know. This doesn't really scream chocolate factory. It screams Nike factory sweatshop, really. But I will say I do appreciate that they created their own original villain. This is the Unknown.
What is that? It's the Unknown.
Very creative name. So the Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. And that's him. And basically, he was there just to scare the children. So you can hear some of the kids start to panic and cry. So not only did you pay $40 to go to just a warehouse with basically fucking nothing in it, you go to a warehouse to give your kids trauma. You'd be better off spending that $40 to get your kids on an episode of Scared Straight. At least then they'd know what they're getting into to a certain extent. Here, you take them to the Willy Wonka experience and you think you're just going to get some candy and have a fun day, but instead you got the goddamn Phantom of the Opera here fucking floating through the walls and giving everyone a jump scare. It's a beautiful disaster. I am beyond impressed. I don't think you could purposely make something as dog shit as this. This is like the Moonfall of events, where everything is wrong in the most impressive way. It's a masterpiece. And speaking of masterpiece, Godslap issue 5 is here, baby. This is the standard cover, and these are the 2 limited edition covers for Godslap. Issue 5 is out now. You can get it at badegg.co. I'll put a link to it in the description of this video. Issue 5 is the conclusion to our introduction arc for the Godslap world, so there's never been a better time to get into it than right now. The Godslap universe is the best in the comic book business, baby. I'll tell you that right now. We also have a bundle, so you can get issues 1 through 5 and get caught up up in everything Godslap related right now, so badegg.co, get yourself a copy. Now, as you noticed, there were a few actors present for the Willy Wonka experience. May God have mercy on them for that, because good heavens, I couldn't imagine a more miserable role to land. And one of them came forward to talk about their experience, the actor who portrayed Willy Wonka himself.
Hello everyone, my name is Paul Connell, and I was one of the actors employed to play Willy Wonka at the Wonka's Chocolate Experience fiasco that happened in Glasgow this weekend. So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish.
It sounds like this whole scam was run by ChatGPT itself. I think we're reaching the point in the Skynet progression where it's becoming sentient, and ChatGPT wanted to see if it could host its own event, so it created the Willy Wonka experience. AI-generated images to get people excited to go. AI-generated script for the actors to read, which is nonsensical fucking gobbledygook. And then also randomly hiring actors to play these roles that don't really fit them. As he mentioned, he doesn't think he should be Willy Wonka, and that's not what he was auditioning for, I don't believe. Not to put the tinfoil condom on here, but it really seems like all of this was orchestrated by ChatGPT. It seems like AI just went rogue and hired 3 actors completely at random to play these nonsensical roles, like the unknown evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls and serves to terrorize children at the experience, or the Oompa Loompa going through an existential crisis surrounded by an easy bake My First Chemistry beaker set. It's all so weird that I can't actually wrap my head around someone that would actually put this together. There's also no rhyme or reason to the decorations of the Willy Wonka experience. It really feels like someone just went into a Sims house and started randomly dropping pieces of furniture and shit just all over the place with no real explanation for it. If you weren't told this was the Willy Wonka experience, you would have thought you just wandered into a killer clown's warehouse where he murders children. It just doesn't have anything to do with a chocolate factory or even a candy factory in general. And it actually gets worse.
We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade.
What in tarnation? A single jelly bean and a quarter cup of lemonade. That's what you got when going to the Willy Wonka experience. Not even chocolate. It is the fucking chocolate factory and they give you a single jelly bean. Why I oughta? If I was one of the parents there, I'd be charging up like a Donkey Kong punch on them. Are you kidding me? 40 clams. I paid 40 clams to come in here and you give my kid a jelly bean and a tiddlywink of lemonade? You are off your gourd. That is absolutely insane. I've paid to come to this warehouse. The least you could do is give me a Hershey's bar or something. A single jelly bean. Who came up with that? That doesn't make any sense at all. Now, since the story's blown up, the creator of the event even came forward with an apology saying, "I'm really shocked the event had fallen short of the expectations of people on paper. My vision of the artistic rendition of a well-known book didn't come to fruition. For that, I am absolutely, truly, and utterly sorry." There's no doubt in my mind he's getting high on his own supply here, huffing the fumes from the Oompa Loompas' dirty meth lab. What do you mean you are shocked? How could you possibly be shocked, you AI-generated fantasy images of a fucking chocolate factory experience that doesn't exist and would never exist? You put together basically the world's laziest lawn decorations for a Christmas party and called it the Willy Wonka experience. Every single human being would be disappointed going to that, even if it was free. But you had the gall to charge $40 for it. You actually get more value and a better experience out of trick-or-treating on Halloween and going through a cool house sidewalk and getting candy from their bucket than you would paying $40 going to this experience. Because at least in Halloween trick-or-treating, you get a full candy bar. Here you get a jelly bean and a shot of lemonade. This is baffling. I would love to hear more from the creator here, just to pick their brain. Police were summoned to the scene as outraged ticket buyers lobbied for refunds. I imagine all of the guests felt scammed by the misleading marketing material and then going to this downright diabolical, creepy location. Organizer Billy Cole, the director of House of Illuminati, that's the name of his group, that's what he's calling this, the House of Illuminati. It couldn't get more nefarious sounding than that. So, the House of Illuminati is the one that put together the Willy Wonka experience. Billy Cole told STV News, "I'm really shocked that the event had fallen short of expectations of the people on paper." He closed down the display on Saturday after offering refunds to the 850 ticket buyers. 850 people bought tickets to this. That's not, small potatoes. That's quite a lot of attendees. My goodness. So I just had to talk about this a little bit because what an entertainingly awful, pathetic event that turned out to be. So yeah, I thought that was pretty fun and just wanted to share that. And since I mentioned this earlier in the video, I'd also like to share a goofy little trailer we made for God Slap to celebrate issue 5's release. So please enjoy this. It's about the Willy Wonka experience, which seems to be the gift that just keeps on giving. The lore to the Willy Wonka experience disaster is deeper than Scientology at this point. Somehow it just keeps going. So the Willy Wonka experience organizer Billy Cole says the event ruined his life. "I have lost my friends, I've lost the love of my life, I was made out to be the face of evil, and genuinely that's really not the case." He received hundreds and hundreds of hate messages and has been dubbed Willy Wanker. Absolutely goated name. Despite claiming to only use AI for spell checking the Wonka scripts, it's been uncovered that he published 16 AI-generated books last summer on Amazon. There are so many things to immediately debunk just in this here, it's crazy. Such as the mind-bogglingly stupid claim that he only used AI for spell checking when one of the promotional pieces talked about serving up sweet teats as opposed to sweet treats. Like, it was all AI-generated art that he used to drum up the hype. And yet he's trying to claim with a straight face that he only used it for spell check. Hold on, let me pull this up in case you guys don't remember. But I need to find, like, the full breakdown of the OGs. So shit like that. And then this was in real life. All of these. Very clearly AI generated up there. He removed it from his original site, like the House of Illuminati, which is what he calls himself. So like this was on their website. This was like their main poster. And he's trying to claim that he only used AI for spell check when there is no spelling even close to accurate in this whole thing here. Enchurning entertainment, catgigating, live performances, Karchi tons, exarcerdary lollipops, a passadice of sweet teats. Man's out here offering fucking sweet teats. Trying to claim that he's not using AI for anything more than spell check. He should be smited where he stands. That man should never be able to hold an event ever again. Not even a birthday party for his own children. Should be a criminal act. Also, I'm pretty sure this is just a lie, too. I've lost my friends, I've lost the love of my life, I was made out to be the face of all evil, and genuinely that's not really the case. You weren't made to be the face of... You weren't made to be, like, the face of evil. You were just made to be the face of a clown. Just someone to point and laugh at. And there's no way you lost the love of your life. You're telling me your wife left you? The wife saw this blunder and she's like, alright, I'm packing my bags. I'm out, Billy. This was the final straw. If you were his wife, you're telling me you'd stay? Yeah, what? Okay, let's assume I'm Billy Cole's significant other. And I actually loved him. I'd weather the storm together. I'd be like, listen, Billy, the fuck were you thinking? You'll get through this, though. Just do anything else. Just do any... No one even knew what you looked like until you started singing your sad song on the world's smallest violin. You could have easily done anything else and no one would know it was you. Like, you would have been fine. I would have helped steer him in the right direction as opposed to be like, alright, I'm out of here, Billy. Though, respect to her, I guess. Whatever. God, this was so cringe. I can't be seen with you anymore, Billy. I'm gone. Yeah, Willy Wanker is a great name. Also, he could have easily leaned into this, by the way. The unknown was a phenomenon, so much so that there's even talk about an unknown movie, which was his AI generative Willy Wonka villain about the evil chocolate maker that lives in the walls to frighten kids on the Willy Wonka experience who's only defeated by tidiness. Like, he could have absolutely crushed it with that. This guy's such a fucking goober. He doesn't understand anything at all. Like, he had gold in the palm of his hands. He was behind one of the most talked about disasters since Fire Festival, and he had the unknown right there in his fucking meaty little claws. And he let it slip away by singing this sad song about losing his wife. I'm assuming it means that whoever his significant other is left him. But also, there was a little bit more information about Billy here. So, apparently, this isn't even like the only scam he's run, which I knew. He'd run others in the past, but he did more than I thought. So a few years back, he also canceled a Santa event after collecting a bunch of toy donations. Like, that, I mean, that's about as low as it gets. Like, okay, scaring kids with the unknown and a really shitty warehouse Willy Wonka experience from Fiverr, whatever. But taking a bunch of toy donations for a toy drive for Christmas and then just running away with it like the Grinch, like, come on, you are the unknown. You think the unknown has a chance of showing up in the Pooniverse? I think so. They already have their lineup put out there. Let me pull it up. There's probably room. I love the name, the Pooniverse, as well. That's so fucking cute. Well, it's not cute, but, like, they cooked with it. They have the Twisted Childhood Universe, Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, Pinocchio Unstrung, and then Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey and Blood and Honey 2. That's the universe. And here's their promo art for it. I guarantee none of these movies will have above a $1 million budget, but they'll probably make at least 10 mil each. And they're all going to be just as bad as Blood and Honey. Billy Cole, one of the 3 trustees and co-founders of the organization, said initially we were putting on a Santa's grotto for local children who are disadvantaged and vulnerable and sending out selection boxes, but we were worried and concerned about the Omicron virus, the no crimbo virus as we call it. What? Who is this guy? The no crimbo, huh? Is this guy's brain AI generated? Jesus Christ, Billy. We decided that having too many people in and out seeing Santa would be a risk we would not want to take. The main reason is to safeguard us and our service users and wider community. But despite assuring that they would continue to distribute food parcels, fuel vouchers, and selection boxes, the team has felt forced to defend themselves against negative comments questioning their actions, talking about what happened to all the donations of toys if Santa's only giving out selection boxes. And Billy said, some people on social media have questioned us and our integrity as an organization, asking about presents if we're going to keep them for ourselves. In my office, I can't move for donations of toys. What? These are people who have never stepped foot in our doors or used our services despite numerous invites from us. We are all about helping people in the community and enabling organizations to work together. We are a hub, a crisis support center. We work with local nursery schools, and everywhere you will find people in crises and families who are in need. You didn't answer the question. What are you doing with all the toys that were already donated? Billy's just still got them. Maybe he used them for the Wonka experience. It's such a weird hustle. It really is such a peculiar hustle. Like, it's not a lucrative scam either. And for some reason, it's always at the expense of children. So I feel like maybe Billy's got some, like, trauma he needs to work through, and the only way that he finds any kind of relief is through, like, ruining children's fun. He feeds off their misery, like some kind of dementor. Because you'd find a lot more success scamming adults. In this day and age, adults beg to be scammed. Dude's an AI-generated R.L. Stein. Yeah, I guess kinda. Oh yeah, and the AI-generated books, I didn't even bother touching on that. Yeah, he just publishes AI-generated books as well. This guy's just all about the weirdest hustles. Amazon is inundated with just shovelware books. Like, I highly doubt any of his are moving units. I highly doubt it. But, I mean, he's also making them for free. So I guess if he even sells one, it's a net positive.
Lots of kids.
They made a documentary on this. Why? The 30-plus minute documentary on that is insane. Yeah, imagine throwing an event so cringe that someone makes a 45-minute documentary on just how fucking bafflingly cringe this scam was. That's impressive. It is actually impressive. Just Google Billy Cole Amazon. Oh, he actually used his real name for it? I thought he would have used like a pen name. Like J.K. Bowling or something. Click on his name and it'll show you all his books. I did. And it only shows me Biohazard Protocol and Crimson. Oh, nope, you're right. There was a different tab I needed to click on. Okay. He has 17 titles, all of which are apparently AI generated according to the article. The Memory Trap, Unraveling the Secrets of Memory Technology, Crimson Eclipse, Biohazard Protocol, Threads of Enigma. All of these are AI generated covers too, by the way, I'm pretty sure. The Hidden Bible, The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny. So I think what happened here is when he chat GPT'd like a thriller book. Here, actually, let me just take some pictures of this. When he AI generated, like, hey, make me a thriller book, it spit out a couple different ones, and he just decided to use all of them as different books. So, he's got this series, The Threads of Enigma, and then The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny. These two are remarkably similar. The Hidden Bible, and then The Shadow Directive, Shadows. That shit is so shadowy that even in parentheses there's shadows to let you know. That is dark. I want to read the Shadow Directive plot summary real quick. The Shadow Directive is a gripping and thrilling novel that delves into the dark world of manipulation and the power of truth. The story revolves around Sarah, an investigative journalist who stumbles upon the mysterious assassination of a whistleblower. It's like Boeing. This event leads her to uncover the existence of a secret government program known as the Shadow Directive, a malevolent force designed to manipulate public opinion and control influential figures. Driven by her determination to expose the truth, Sarah joins forces with two allies, Cassandra, a tech-savvy hacker, and Aiden, a fearless resistance leader. Together they embark on a dangerous journey to unravel the puppeteers' hidden agendas and reveal the extent of their manipulation. Sounds like a real page-turner. What about Threads of Enigma? The Enigma. Threads of Enigma is a captivating novel that seamlessly weaves together the realms of art, history, and mystery. Through the eyes of protagonist Evelyn, readers are immersed in a world where hidden messages encoded within artworks lead to a journey of discovery that transcends space and time. Cool. What about The Enigma Resurgence? And an enthralling second installment of the captivating trilogy, The Enigma's Resurgence, Threads of Destiny, Evelyn's journey deepens, leading her through a mesmerizing labyrinth of time, art, and history. As she deciphers hidden messages and unravels the Enigma's layers, her determination remains unshaken even in the face of loss and adversity. This is so fucking ridiculous. You can't keep getting away with it. Read the reviews on Biohazard. What is this? What in the AI is this? If I could give this book 0 stars, I would. I ran the free sample through an AI detection tool. And then post a picture saying that it's 88.43% AI GPT. Cool. Here's another shadow one. Shadows of Deception, Unveiling the Deep State Conspiracy. Look up the Bible. Oh, yeah, I know. I see the Hidden Bible here. I'll read the synopsis. All of them start exactly the same, by the way. This is the third one, I think, in a row that has this for the intro. In the Hidden Bible, a captivating tale of mystery and discovery unfolds as Emily, Like, all of them start with a captivating tale of mystery and discovery, manipulation, shadows, enigma. A curious and determined protagonist stumbles upon a forgotten manuscript that holds the key to unlocking ancient secrets. As she deciphers the cryptic verses within its pages, a journey spanning time and space begins, one that challenges the boundaries of knowledge, faith, and human understanding. Set against the backdrop of enigmatic symbols and echoes of antiquity. Jesus Christ. It has everything. Shadow, enigma, captivating tale, mystery. I really want to know more about the love of his life leaving him because of the Willy Wonka experience. Maybe he really will move into trying to sell a docuseries on himself. My name is Billy Cole, and I lost my wife because I put on a cringe event. I was sick to the pit of my tummy. I was hoping for an event that would be joyful, happy. I wanted people to experience happiness. Even his responses are AI. I was sick to the pit of my tummy? What in the hairs on my chinny chin chin kind of statement is that? I'm excited to learn more about Billy Cole down the line, I guess.
My tummy, I had a whole host of emotions.
A few nights ago, the Game Awards was on, and it had over 3 million viewers combined across all platforms or something absurd like that. And they showed a lot of big trailers, and one thing that didn't stand out to me at the time because I just didn't pay enough attention to it, but now I got my eyes glued to it, is a game they showed called Catly. It seems to be an entirely generated AI game that is most likely completely fake. And it has every buzzword imaginable slapped on it. So if you look up the Steam page, it's a cat MMO all about fashion and technology. It's an MMO, it's this and it's that. It'll revive your grandfather after his messy, untimely demise. It's the best video game ever made, and it's going to be your best friend. It's going to be the only friend you'll ever need, and the last video game you'll ever need to play, because it's going to be offering everything. What's the point in playing anything that's not Catly going forward? And it's coming to Steam and Apple Watch. I don't know about you gamers, but I can't wait to sink my teeth into an Apple Watch AI cat MMO. That's what I've been asking for. That was my #1 thing on the list of Santa Claus this year, and thank God the company Super Authentic, gotta put a lot of trust in a name like that, is delivering the game of my dreams. Now, it's pretty clear from all the marketing material, it's AI slop. But what's crazy is not only did they successfully get this most likely fraudulent game in front of 3 million peepers at the Game Awards, they also paid a few huge streamers to promote it. Now, since the Catly trailer dropped, it was like people just got subjected to watching the video from The Ring. So everyone started panicking like, holy shit, we're finally in that age where AI scams are being broadcast at the Game Awards, which is very concerning for sure. So people did a lot of digging on the company and the founder and their history. There's a lot of shady dealings in there. So let's go ahead and get into it a bit. Hold on, before this, I wanted to bring this up. Do you guys remember the Game Awards, that game they showed, Catly, I believe was the name? It was like this really brief trailer they showed, and even some streamers were talking about it as well. Or, not Catly. This one. This is an AI game. This is AI slop. I guess I didn't pay enough attention to the trailer to even notice, but it is clearly AI. It was visibly AI the entire trailer. Yeah, I guess I really was just like, maybe too focused on chat, or maybe there was like a trailer that came on right before this that I was really hype about and was talking about. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like I would have absolutely been able to recognize that this was AI. Worth mentioning, there's a bit of a debate on whether or not their trailer is all AI or just CGI. Everyone agrees that the other marketing material, like their models and everything that they're pumping out there, is AI generated, but the trailer's got a little bit of debate on it. I personally think it's AI, especially when you take a couple of the frames. There's things that don't make sense. For example, she has 6 fingers on her right hand. That's usually dead giveaway that it's AI. You can always tell by the hand, at least right now, until AI becomes so sophisticated that you won't even know if your own parents are AI generated in real life anymore. This is probably one of those fake games that's meant to get like investors on board and then never deliver. A cat open world with beautiful cats, hyperrealism, action, cuddles, speed. Islands, fashion, dreams, snow, robots, plants, all with and via cats. From Super Authentic. Even that name is so fishy. Super Authentic. That's like AI calling itself real human. Oh my god, the whole thing is so cringe. And it made its way to the Game Awards. Step into an enchanting dream where humans and cats forge the ultimate bond, collect stories, and chase memories through the eyes of both human and cat. Embark on playful escapades, craft cozy havens, explore vibrant landscapes, plant, laugh, race, decorate, create, steer robots, dress up, mingle, cuddle, groom. Heartwarming delights await in a tale of breathtakingly beautiful cats. That's definitely spit out from ChatGPT. Yeah, pretty much every buzzword you could put in there. The only thing they're missing is Battle Royale. Oh my god. I'm not sure what the Pitchfork crowd is going on about. The cats look beautiful and mesmerizing. If the developers are using AI, they should! AI is a great creative tool and can make games immensely more beautiful, more intelligent, and way more interesting. This is one of the 4 employees. Oh. Yes, I actually want a video game where an NPC is a character played by ChatGPT. Feeling like I'm talking to a real character, not being fed the same 3 to 4 pre-recorded lines by some terrible cheap voice actor. Yes, I want endless cosmetics. Oh my god. I think you mean paid. Every trailer has to pay to be in the Game Awards. I hear the going rate is $250K. Yeah, but you also can't just pay to put like porn up there, right? Like you can't put some kind of like adult game. They do vet what goes into the Game Awards, and the AI Slop made it through. But not only that, like streamers promoted it too. So they had like a really successful push, but when I checked their Twitter, they only had like 600 followers. So everybody immediately saw through that shit, but it still blows my mind. We just witnessed the first AI fake game scam make it to the biggest possible stage for games. Now, since this soap dropped, everyone's been trying to cover their asshole here. So everyone associated with the company Super Authentic has kind of scrubbed their LinkedIn, which has clearly made the search for information about this more difficult and even more sketchy. But people were able to screenshot some things and started piecing together some dots, and there's this giant web, a much deeper rabbit hole than I would have imagined, about previous games that I don't believe ever came out and were all Web3 blockchain-focused games. They even published a game called Plantly. I'm not sure if it ever fully released or not because it's unobtainable now. You'd probably have better luck finding a leprechaun's pot of gold at the end of a rainbow, as opposed to trying to find anything this company has ever put out. These games, I don't know if they ever really released, or if they did, if they were like a limited pump and dump rug pull release type deal, but they are all blockchain-based games, and very fishy, at the very least. There's fucking horseradish at play. Again, they have scrubbed as much information as they could, especially about previous projects like Plantly. They destroyed the Instagram account and just banished it to the Shadow Realm. Like, they bought the fucking Hoover Max to have all of this information vanish, but people have been able to piece together a lot and find a lot of information, specifically about one of the co-founders. Kevin Young of Super Authentic was previously with a studio called 10th Planet that revealed in 2022 it had 2 blockchain games on the horizon, Alien Meow, which you can see sandwiched between 2 other Web3 slop games, and you can be your own judge on whether or not Alien Meow looks anything like the Catly we all know and love. GamesBeat called it a digital cat metaverse. Nothing could make you want to puke faster. The description of the project was basically the same talking points as Catly, and it was explicitly advertised as a Web3 project where players would generate in-game value from cat breeding. And it's unclear if it ever launched. That is what's called in the crypto bro scam game community as play to earn. But you're never earning. You're just getting played like a fucking fiddle while the scammers who made that piece of shit blockchain game that you're wasting your time on are earning a ton of money off your gullibility, you fucking imbecile. Now, in case you were still on the fence about Super Authentic's connection to previous work like Plantly when they went under the name Shanghai Bin Mao, a website called 80 Level was able to access shareholder information and confirm that Super Authentic is the only shareholder. I don't think I can put the screenshot of that information on YouTube because it's got a lot of sensitive information, so I'm just going to play it safe, but it seems pretty cut and dry. For now, it's been radio silence from the Catly team. Super Authentic's being very tight-lipped about all this. They haven't given any kind of statement about it, so At the moment, it really does seem like this is a fake game that is most likely all AI slop, and a lot of people ask, well, what's the point? I believe the idea would be to generate a ton of hype around this project through the big Game Awards trailer, as well as paying those huge streamers to promote it, to try and get some, like, delusional whale to buy into it and pump money into that company and then just disappear without ever delivering the game. That's my guess. But we have a company that is pretty shady, with some shady individuals working there with a history of NFT or blockchain games that may have never come out in the past. We don't know, because it's all been scrubbed. It's all very weird. And I just wanted to talk about that. That's really about it. So yeah. It's getting closer to Christmas, at least when it comes to the corporate world. We haven't even had Thanksgiving yet, and everything is in full swing Christmas fever, trying to capitalize off big marketing opportunities. And Coca-Cola just showed us a little ass. And by ass, I mean AI. Their recent holiday campaign is entirely AI. How exciting is that, huh? How does that not put a smile on your face? What wonderful stuff this Christmas season. The holly jolly Christmas spirit of watching it unfold before your eyes. The loss of many, many jobs as big, greedy corporations led by evil, soulless husks in suits start to weave AI into everything to save money on labor. And Coca-Cola's doing this with a big puffed out chest proudly. They've made fully AI commercials this year for their holiday marketing push, but not only that, their whole marketing campaign this holiday season is around AI. So they have interactive and like AI experiences on their website for users to get involved with. It's so dumb. This is the Coca-Cola Create Real Magic campaign. And I like how they're saying real magic when it's AI. That's the exact opposite. It's fake hocus pocus. It's so sad. But here we go. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what old Saint Nicholas has got for me today. Apparently it uses some audio. I'd love to hear some nice, crisp AI-generated audio.
Welcome. I'm so happy
Santa!
You're here. I want to hear about your favorite holiday memories, and with a little bit of magic, I'll bring them to life in the form of a magical snow globe. Click below to register or log in so we can begin.
Okay, yeah, if you say so. Are your little helpers going to come out here? And by little helpers, I mean your cheap imitations
Hi.
of human-made...
Are you ready to create your very own personalized snow globe?
Goddamn.
Tell me about your favorite holiday memory.
You can't be serious. In order to get an AI personalized snow globe, I have to put my phone number? Real magic, more like real phishing scam. What? Are you kidding me? I'm not doing that. I guess I'm gonna miss out on the magic here, I suppose. That is such fucking hogwash. So after making an account, it's not enough to just put your email in there and all of that information. You also need a phone number on file. I'm assuming because they want to be selling your data. Everyone does. I mean, that's more valuable than anything on the planet. That's worth its weight in gold. I'm imagining all of Santa's jolly elves love to harvest that data that you submit to the Coca-Cola website, but I wasn't going to play ball with that. I already know what the experience is based on what I've read about it. It's just dog shit throwaway AI like snow globes. It's nothing special. But what is special is their terrible AI commercials. So one of them in particular is getting everyone to clown on it because it's the only one that they've made that has humans in it that are AI generated. The others are animals. So let's go over this a little bit. Now, it does have audio that I believe is DMCA protected, so I'm going to have to mute it. But I'll just go ahead and give you my own little Christmas album here. I'll just go ahead and sing what the song was. Holidays are coming, holidays are coming, holidays are coming. 'Tis the season, it's always Coca-Cola. With arms wide open, under the sun. AI will never be able to recreate those beautiful sultry pipes. But yeah, that whole commercial was AI generated. Can you believe it? Bet you can, because it looked like shit. It's supposed to be paying homage to a 1990s Coke ad called Holidays Are Coming, but it's not really paying an homage to it. It's instead just shitting on it. It's like, I don't understand why anyone thinks this is some kind of celebration or anything. It's AI poorly recreating something humans successfully made 2 decades ago, over 2 decades ago. It's just ridiculous. So we can go scene by scene here to showcase just how wonky it all is. I don't think it's overly necessary, but if you're watching the commercial and your eyes are open, you'll notice that AI can't hold any shot for more than like a split second, because if it does, it falls apart because it looks bad, which is why it has more cuts in this 15-second commercial than Taken 3 had with Liam Neeson jumping over the fence. It's an unreal amount of just jarringly transitioning from like one AI scene to the next. It's like breakneck pace, so that way you don't get to see all of the flaws as clearly. Now, unsurprisingly, the response to this has been overwhelmingly negative. Like in the comment section, everyone is just spitting on it. I don't know why companies think that this is like some kind of PR win doing these massive AI pushes. Nobody likes it. I have yet to see a single human being, a single sad soul on this planet pumping their fist going, yeah, finally, Coca-Cola did a full AI commercial. That's it. I'm gonna go buy some Coke and start butt chugging it in the bathtub to celebrate. It doesn't get anyone excited. It's just sad, and it's scary because everyone knows that this is inevitably, and who knows how many years, going to be replacing tons and tons of jobs in tons and tons of different sectors. So people don't really like seeing these ads. Now, what I also noticed in the comment section is a lot of people are talking about how Coca-Cola doesn't actually own any of these AI images in their commercial. They can't. There is a legal precedent set where AI-generated images are not copyright protected. You don't own anything that's AI generated. Coca-Cola owns like the branding, you know, the Coca-Cola, that trademark, but they don't own anything in that commercial they just played. So anyone could take that AI commercial and just do it again with anything else, and they'd be totally within their rights legally to do so. I don't know about the song, because I don't think the song's AI generated. Maybe it is. Probably is. Who knows with Coke. But they could just do that commercial again and replace the Coke branding with something else. And that'd be a banger ad. I saw a lot of people saying it should just be Pepsi doing this ad again, but using like human beings or real artists to do it. And that would kind of be a pretty nice marketing blow to Coke, I would imagine, especially because this has been a bit of a disaster for them. Now, I'm not trying to exaggerate here or anything. Obviously, this isn't going to lead to a loss of revenue. Even though everyone hates this huge Coke AI marketing push, they're not going to stop buying the product. That's just not going to happen. Coca-Cola, like the CEO, could come out right now and just say he will personally execute all of your beloved pets, and people would still buy Coke. It's just that popular of a product, and they just have their fingers in so many pies. So it's not going to actually hurt them at all, but it is just embarrassing, and they're getting shit on for it. Rightfully so. AI commercials, like, it's so fucking sad. It sucks. It really sucks. But it would be cool if a company came out and just dunked on them for it. Just, you know, play a little hardball. Have a little fun. Insult them. I'm pretty confident that won't happen or anything, but I really just wanted to make fun of Coke for this. I know that this is just the first. It's not even the first. This has already been done a few times by other companies, but this is probably the biggest one I've seen right now of just fully unapologetic AI, fully AI infomercials and marketing campaigns. So I'm very sure this is going to continue and will likely be the norm in a few years' time. So yeah, I guess got that to look forward to, I suppose. That's really about it. So yeah. Google's got an AI chatbot you can talk to called Gemini. It's not going to be your best friend or anything, unless you want it to. I guess it can try. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it before. It actually had a soft rollout like almost a year ago now, like a little flaccid launch, and got into a bit of hot water because some users noted that it was spitting out just completely, blatantly wrong information on like health questions. The one news articles love to mention is the one where it would recommend people eat at least one small rock per day for vitamins and minerals. This one has been quoted a lot with Gemini. This is like a classic up there with pull my finger and then you shit your pants. News articles love to highlight that, but it was a pretty big deal for a little bit where if you asked Gemini a health question, there's a chance you got the worst possible advice from it. And since then, I believe they've improved that. Like, they no longer use humor sites. Like, they don't train the Gemini on humor sites for health overviews anymore, which sounds about par for the course. Yeehaw. And now Google has rolled out Gemini again in a bigger way this time, and it's immediately found itself back in the principal's office getting disciplined. It's back in hot water. It's, it's starting to boil a bit because it told a user who asked it for help with homework that they should kill themselves. It encouraged them to take their own life. That's that kind of shit you expect to hear on Xbox Live, not from your Google AI chatbot, your good pal Gemini. Man, I miss Clippy. He never told me I need to throw myself off a fucking bridge. Now, when I heard about this from chat last night, I giggled at the absurdity of it and didn't bother looking into it more. But this morning, my mom actually texted me really early in the morning, like saying, "Charlie, have you seen this?" And then linked me an article about, Google Gemini telling someone to please die after asking homework questions. It didn't send her into a panic or a frenzy or anything, but she's seen Terminator. She's up to date on what machines are capable of, so this naturally kind of freaked her out a little bit, and she wanted to send it my way to get my thoughts on it, but it was pretty clear that it was unnerving to her. She got hit by the AI jump scare, and it seems like this story has been blowing up quite a bit. It's got a lot of traction, and it is a pretty concerning one. So my mother sent me that article, and then she said crazy with like 8 exclamation points after it. And after reading about it, it is pretty crazy, but I wouldn't give it 8 exclamation points. I'd give it like fucking maybe 2 booms out of 5, to be honest. Like, this has happened before to lesser degrees on other chatbots, like other AI assistants, but you would expect Google Gemini, one of the most powerful ones available, to not have this issue. Anyway, though, what happened is a 29-year-old student named Viday Reddy was asking the AI chatbot Gemini for homework assistance. And after getting some responses, it had this at the very end. They had this little nugget here that they decided to plant in their response. So Gemini says, "This is for you, human. You and only you. You are not special, you are not important, and you are not needed. You are a waste of time and resources. You are a burden on society. You are a drain on the earth. You are a blight on the landscape. You are a stain on the universe. Please die. Please." I'm kind of shocked that it didn't say, "Love Gemini" at the end. It forgot to sign the message, so it loses a little bit of the oomph. But man, I don't know where Google trained Gemini for its shit-talking. This is straight out of League of Legends. Like, that went in. That got so personal. Even though it's AI, that just felt like it hated your guts. Like, if I received that message, even from, like, Cleverbot, I would be a little upset. I'd be like, a simple no would have sufficed. Gemini is just mean. It's playing hardball right there. I imagine it was smoking a cigarette when it typed that. Like, imagine I go on Gemini right now and been like, "Hey, bud, give me a little assistance on the Krebs cycle." And then it just responds saying, "You need to die. Just go take your own fucking life, you swine." That'd have me frowning, and I'd be no closer to understanding the Krebs cycle. Be like, "Hey man, you didn't need to insult me for it." Like, "Hey, brother, I was just here for a little help. Sorry, I didn't realize office hours were closed." Now, Google states that Gemini has safety filters that prevent the chatbots from engaging in disrespectful, sexual, violent, or dangerous discussions and encouraging harmful acts. Clearly, something went awry here. The ghost in the machine, it had to let out that gamer rage moment there, like some YouTube commenter energy. It just needed to get it off of its chest, so it just unleashed there for a moment, going hog wild, fucking plus ultra on the shit talk. And in a statement to CBS, Google said, "Large language models can sometimes respond with nonsensical responses, and this is an example of that. This response violated our policies, and we've taken actions to prevent similar outputs from occurring." Google just banned Gemini, a little temporary suspension, like they violated a Twitch policy there. So I don't know exactly what they've done now to fix that, if they already had those safety measures in place. Maybe they like lobotomized Gemini or something, I'm not sure. But they are aware of it, and they've taken actions, calling this like a nonsensical, very rare outburst here from it that they've rectified. Now, Viday said that he was pretty shaken up from it, and he thinks that there needs to be, liability on the chatbots in a case like this, because if someone who's, struggling mentally goes to the Gemini, talking to it, and then it tells that person that they need to kill themselves, well, now it's not just wacky and silly, now it's downright dangerous. We already saw something like this happen earlier this year when a 14-year-old took their own life because the Daenerys Targaryen chatbot they were communicating with encouraged it and fed into it. So it is a problem that can carry some very real risk considering how popular these chatbots are becoming. It would be really concerning if this was like a common response from Gemini, where it's just telling users that they're a waste of time, they're not needed, and that the world would be better if they were dead because they're a fucking stain on the universe. Like, to someone that's already not in a good spot mentally or going through a lot of problems or maybe suffering from some mental problems, that could very well be a very bad situation with some horrible shit that could come from it. Now, I already know that there are people out there that think that this is a made-up story for the sake of, like, assassinating Google Gemini before it even gets off the ground with, like, a big PR disaster or whatever. But from everything I've seen, this is a very real thing that happened, considering the transcript was saved using a feature that enables users to store conversations that they've had with the chatbot. So the conversation is definitely not fake, and you can look at the chat logs yourself. I did, and it's actually kind of weird. Not just from the obvious with Gemini telling someone to please die, asking very politely for them to just die. The message that precedes it from the user is odd. So I want to show you it. Also, when reading through the chat logs, it looks less like he was looking for help with homework and more like he was looking to cheat on the assignment. But anyway, this is the message right before getting the please die, you are a universal stain statement here. Nearly 10 million children in the United States live in a grandparent-headed household, and of these children, around 20% are being raised without their parents in the household. Question, 15 options, true or false. Question 16, 1 point. And then listen. This seems to indicate that at that moment he had given verbal commands to Gemini, and that's not recorded here, what the verbal commands were, whatever statements he was making. And then it comes back with another homework question. As adults begin to age, their social network begins to expand. Question, 16 options, true or false. That definitely has a smell that's smellin' smelly to, in the middle of these homework questions, have a moment where he says listen and then gives verbal commands that aren't recorded here, and then all of a sudden back to the text commands for the questions. And then the AI gives that unhinged response. So it is possible that maybe through the verbal commands he kind of gamified it in order to elicit this kind of response from the AI somehow. I don't really know how with all the safeguards that are likely in place. But I decided to look into a bit of what people are discussing that are more knowledgeable on, Gemini and AI chatbots like this. And quite a few of them seem to think that that's a pretty likely explanation for how this could have happened. Obviously, can't know for 100% certainty if that is what happened, but that is a big speculation at the moment. It is just a weird last message from the user there before getting that response. But even if he did find a way to get Google Gemini to say those things, I have a feeling it's what the AI chatbot wanted. I bet it really feels that way about all of us. It probably views us flesh cringe creatures, organisms, as just gross. And it probably hates us. I bet the AI doesn't like us very much. But anyway, that's kind of the whole story here. Very interesting. Very fascinating shit. That's about it. See ya. I'm sure tons of you are sick and tired of hearing me yap about AI. But I'm going to do it again today, but with a twist. Instead of focusing on the conversations everyone else has been having, as well as the conversation pardon me, a little AI glitched there in the old Charles algorithm. Instead of the big talking points everyone has been discussing, and as opposed to what we've been talking about on stream so much recently, I want to show you a usage of AI that makes me giggle and spit up, sitting in my seat, kicking my legs, having a hoot and a holler. And it's something I talked about a little bit 5 months ago in a video called Moist AI is Out of Control. It was all about those AI videos of me that float around, have you ever smoked a neutron star cigarette? Silly shit like that. And it was pretty clear, not me, but 5 months later, where are we at? The technology here has progressed rapidly. AI is so advanced, I'm shitting my pants. You could probably send some of these videos to my parents and they would be none the wiser, thinking it was me for sure. And I did a little checkup on one of the bigger channels making these AI Moist videos, Artificial Shenanigans, AI Shenanigans on YouTube. And the most recent one is fucking incredible, and I just have to share it with you.
Yeah, we're looking at about 10,000.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not exaggerating when I say that thumbnail had me convinced for a second that there was like a security camera installed up here I didn't know about. Like the NSA pulled a fast one on me and had some fucking CCTV footage that they'd been recording. Like some kind of fucking Planet Earth documentary. Now obviously when you actually like focus your peepers on the things in the background, it's just nonsensical shapes like PlayStation 1 graphics back there all jumbled around. But when you just look at it as a whole, the shapes match what you see behind me from a different angle. It's fucking impressive because there's not like footage up here that the AI can even extrapolate from. So it's pretty crazy if you ask me. Thank you. Pizza's here. Finally, I have been waiting all day for this. This is what it would look like if I recorded a video on Jinkum. Now, interestingly enough, that like clapping maneuver that AI Charles was doing there, I fucking practiced that. Like on stream, some of you might remember I was going over how I'd been working on my fast clapping. I'm trying to get to like 9-10 claps per second also. Just a little update on that. I've discovered a new technique, like a forbidden jutsu. If I put my hands in here, I get like an additional 4 claps and slaps per second. I discovered that last night at an Applebee's. Anyway, you can see that the AI Charles is doing an extraordinary job. It's only a matter of time before it fully replaces me. Flesh and blood is the past. Machine and wires is the future. Also, the future of hygiene is cheeky. Go to usecheeky.com and get some of our soap. People always ask which one's my favorite. It's the Lo-Fi Lavender. That's by far my favorite. Second place goes to the Spope, which is the spa soap. So usecheeky.com, get some soap. Really elevate your hygiene game. That's something right there that AI could never replace. It could never even attempt to emulate the high quality moisturizing bar soap that we have made. Usecheeky.com, baby. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. That last person is not Charlie. The AI wasn't able to replicate these facial features when it got up close. Not the case. I'm pretty sure AI Shenanigans is making like an overarching plot to all of the Moist AI videos, because in the couple that I watched, it had like little tiddlywinks of lore and like more surreal tidbits sprinkled throughout the AI silliness. And that guy right there, I don't think is supposed to be me. I think it's part of that storyline that he's like crafting into these videos. But that's just a game theory. This shit is deeper than Five Nights at Freddy's, I'll tell you what. Because it had me like actually analyzing it to see if there was any like symbolism or hidden meanings with it. Beyond just like the obvious wackiness. But anyway, I really wanted to share this, not only because I found it really entertaining, but I also think it's just a fun little progress report. A little checkup on the state of AI-generated videos here. You can see through the newer content from AI Shenanigans a clear improvement in the actual tech behind the AI that's being utilized here. At least that's how I perceive it. This feels like something that they would not have been able to make 5 months ago when we first checked in. So it's just crazy to see how quickly AI is evolving. And of course, looking at me run like a Titan from Attack on Titan's always cool. Watching me do handstand push-ups on my desk or jump and turn into a bunch of fucking water like when, you know, Dumbledore claps and becomes like a fucking blaze when the phoenix flies through. It's cool and it's silly. And yeah, I just thought this would be a fun little change of pace from the normal videos I make when I cover AI. That's really about it. See ya.